Paul Arnold and I'm a qualified psychotherapist. So, are you thinking of exploring psychedelics? Well, maybe this can help. Look, sadly, there are lots of people who are really struggling in issues in their life, and they are going to clutch at almost anything to get them out of their pain. And psychedelics is one of the new big growth areas in therapy. So I really want to make sure that before you just jump blindly into doing this, you do your homework in this field. Now, the first thing to say is it is still illegal in many, many countries of the world, including, I think, large swathes of Europe. Australia's opening it up. It's okay in South America and some states in the USA. Now, many people are turning a blind eye to it, and there are many, many people who are running courses in the Netherlands and in Spain and things like that. But that's, your own choice in that sense. Now, there has been a lot of research being done into this field. Even the EU and including the UK are investing masses of money because there is a fundamental belief that there is something really powerful in the use of psychedelics. Now, I'm not an expert. Do your own research. There's a really interesting little mini series on BBC Sounds called The Trip, but make sure you check it out yourself. What I understand is what it does is it basically allows the opening up of new neural connections. So new possibilities come open to you in the period that you are under the influence of the psychedelic. And, one of the big things about it is it allows those critical periods of sort of learning, which very often get closed down, can get reopened again. So that's why it's opening up new neural pathways, allowing new connections, new vistas, new perspectives, new meanings. And out of that is where the work can really be done. Now, it is not my role here to recommend whether you do it or not. I want you to do your own investigation and decide for yourself. I will share my own personal experience. Yes, I have been on an ayahuasca, and for me it was profound. I got a very powerful, experiential bit of insight into that, which I've then taken back into therapy, and it was really powerful and useful for me. For me, the most important thing is the cathartic release. So over the 3 days, there was lots of crying, but what was most important was the support staff who were holding me, helping me, supporting me during that period of time. That was where the real therapeutic change happened with me, rather than a drug-induced psychedelic experience. So some very personal advice I would give. As I've said, do your own homework, right? And I think you should find a place that has been recommended to you by other people who have done it. And there are loads and loads of them, okay? For me, the most important aspect, well, the two most important, is one, make sure there is enough support. I want you to have at least one support person per 2 people doing it, because then you can get the real help on the ground when you're going through the cathartic experience that it'll bring out for you. For me, what was really important was to feel healthy and safe. So I, to be frank, chose a place that I knew I was close to medical help, just in case anything went wrong. Doesn't often happen, but I'm me. I just wanted to make sure this up. So I didn't want to be in the middle of the Amazon forest, 2 days trek away from anything at all. And the other thing is really important. You must go and have therapy afterwards to process it. It's not about what happens on the particular 3-day, 5-day sort of ceremonies you have. It's what you do afterwards. It's how you process it. And that is the most important bit of the... You've got to get the money out of your investment, and you get that by going and doing the therapy, And the important thing is don't become over-reliant on that. There was someone there who was on their 15th experience, and you know, I sometimes wonder about whether they can overly rely, because you get this high, you then get a low, and then you go back up again, and then you want another high, and you shouldn't rely upon it like this. You know, use it to crack something open, then process it. You know, and you've got to remember that, you know, some people can have bad experiences as well as positive ones. You know, as we were talking, the mother ayahuasca on the experience I went, you know, can be a cruel mistress as well as she can be a very kind benefactor. So some people had very bad experiences. And of course, you've got the purging and all that stuff that goes with them. So yeah, look, check it out. And the final thing I'll say is, when you're starting to go, don't fight it, go with it. It will take its own course. When you fight the experience, then what's going to happen is that's where you get bodily issues going on. So let it go, like you're on the helter-skelter, let it follow its course and then come out of it. But at the end of the day, this is not a recommendation. I really want you to make your own choices about this stuff. But most important thing, have therapy afterwards to get the most out of it. Anyway, I hope that helped.